Let's make lemonade. Okay. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go.
Six.
It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Good to have you along on a Monday, of course, at Willis Automotive. They are hiring sales and leasing consultants across all the brands. At Willis, you have a unique opportunity to cross-sell across a wide lineup. If you're looking to grow your career and work with multiple brands, this is your chance. Start your new career at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. And you can call the show at 515-517-2303. And don't forget to follow us on our social media channels. That would be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and yes, X. Good morning, Ross Peterson. What's going on?
Not much. How's the weekend? How was Owen's show?
Owen's show was really good. It was you had Tyler Rich on in the High Bank Boys and Owen on Friday night at the Reverb Lounge in Omaha. It was a really good show, good crowd. And then the severe weather came in last night. Did you guys get any severe weather?
Dude, it came. The boomers came in. I'll tell you that. There was some thunderclaps last night that were impressive.
We had tornado warnings going on, and the sirens were going off. Now I got to ask if I'm a bad husband. Okay, I need your advice on whether or not I'm a bad husband, because you could see
if you're asking,
I'm probably a bad husband.
I think you know the answer to the question you're about to ask. I'm just going to say that. My prediction is Travis knows the answer to the question he's about to ask.
I don't know if I'm quite sure on this.
Okay,
I think it could be. You could say, "Man up, Travis." I think you could say, "You don't do that, Travis," but you had good intention on why you did this. Okay, so we could see the cells coming in, right? I mean, the storm was moving at a rabbit's pace, and all of a sudden,
what did you just say?
Rabbit's pace, fast, a hare, rabbit. Okay.
Did you just say the storm was moving at a rabbit's pace?
Yeah. Is that not the right? What term should I have used? Because bunnies are fast. You should see them out in my yard. I'm trying to catch them and kill them so they don't eat all the hostas.
Have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
No, probably not. It's just the first word that popped into my. I was trying to think of something fast, so that's what I did. Okay, so all of a sudden we got thunderstorm warning, tornado or thunderstorm watch, tornado watch, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, we got a tornado warning for southeastern Douglas County. I live in Douglas County, and major thunderstorm with baseball size hail possible. Baseball size hail is big hail, right? That does really serious damage.
Yeah.
So we're sitting here watching it come in. And I'm a hoarder because I'm still redoing the basement. I can't get the new car into the garage. Oh yeah. So, I'm thinking Range Rover. I'm thinking the Defender's tough, but it can't beat baseball size hail.
Baseball size hail is a different beast.
So I said, Anjanette, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stay here and monitor the weather on TV. You're going to drive to Exarban and go into the parking garage. Does that sound like a plan? She goes, really? I go, yeah. Why don't you just go sit in the parking garage and wait the storm out? So she drives about 2 miles down, goes in the parking. She calls me. I go, where are you at in the parking garage? She goes, I'm just 2 cars from the edge. I said, no, drive to the middle of the parking garage. And I'll monitor the weather for you. So then I'm monitoring the weather.
Monitor the weather? She's outside.
She's outside.
She doesn't need you to monitor the weather. She knows it better. She can tell you.
No, but I'm telling her where the storm is. So then at that point, I said, hey, the tornado is going to be south of you.
What the?
And so I'm going to take a shower. So I hop in the shower, and the sirens are going.
Because if I'm going to meet the Lord, I've got to have some clean jump.
I never thought of that with all the lightning that was happening. I probably shouldn't have been in the shower at that point. So, yeah, I never did see her. She's home because she called me. She called me about 9:15, 9:25. She says, hey, I'm going to run to Hy-Vee real quick. I said, okay. And I went to sleep. And then I don't even know what time she got home last night.
There was a part early on when I said, Travis knows the answer to this question. And you said, no, hold on. Maybe not on this one. At what part of the story does not make you the bad guy? What are you doing?
We share roles. There's no gender dominance here.
What was your share?
Well, one of us would have had to go to the parking garage, and I'm like, you drive the car the majority of time. It's your
the
car.
Other one had to. You're right. So you said share. One of you had to do something, and the other one didn't have to do nothing.
I monitored the weather. And the weather guy's telling us where everything was.
She was outside. She doesn't need you to monitor. She's monitoring the weather literally.
Yeah, but she didn't know where the cells were. But I guess she could have turned on her phone and watched TV on her phone.
Yeah, probably could have had same access to the exact same technology that you did.
Probably.
Huh.
But we were both safe.
I love you. You know this, right? You know that I love you. I think you are an awesome dude.
I feel a butt coming on.
But this is a bullshit move, dude. This is send the what? Oh my God. Somebody must protect the defender. You're right. And I'm not, by the way, don't knock on you. Baseball size hail causes major damage. Somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to get to the parking garage and wait this thing out. And your instinct was to ask your wife to do it?
It was. Is that weird?
Man, I've learned these last couple of weeks, Travis. This last week, I feel like maybe it's been however long we have to go back until what was the first moment we had? Oh, when you fell for the broken glass thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what? And then we had the whole taking the private jet to football camp.
Private plane, not private jet.
Yeah.
Let's clarify this.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a Cessna. It was a prop plane. Wasn't a jet.
There's this really fun tactic that works in all things. Okay, and I'll find out it has a name. Where you basically, when you're talking to somebody, you kind of lie about it to get them to tell the truth.
Now, Ryan says Mother's Day. Mother's Day was last Sunday. If this was last Sunday, I probably would have done it for Mother's Day. But it wasn't Mother's Day, so therefore, I just asked her to do it.
He wouldn't have done it for Mother's Day. It's not his mom. She's not his mom.
Holly says, Travis, you should have been cleaning out the garage while she was gone. That would have been doing something. Off of Ross's motivational book, Do Something. Holly, I would have.
I've been missing the chat here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, chat. I've been missing
And Owen was over here, but the problem is we've got a bunch of casework cabinetry that is in the garage that's really heavy and would have been very difficult to move by myself. Matter of fact, I don't think I could have moved it by myself.
I don't even have the right shoes on for something like that.
That's like a 2 to 3 to 4 man operation.
I'd have to put on socks, and then I have to so busy. Listen, I'm I did not have a productive weekend, nearly as productive. I get behind on laundry. I get behind on dishes. I get behind on cleaning the house. Right? So I'm not. I shouldn't be. I'm throwing my stones from my glass houses over here, poking you in the stick while I got sticks in my eye, type of thing. But Travis, I want to go back to that question I asked because you said you started it, and I could hear it in your voice. I was like, oh, Travis knows he was the bad guy in this, and you said, "Now hold on, not in this story necessarily." You think that your part in this was staying at home and watching TV and telling her
calling
about
her
it?
on the phone and keeping her informed. More from the hail. Because a lot of people are like, Google says that above ground parking garages are extremely dangerous during tornadoes. I wasn't worried about a tornado.
You just said there was a tornado.
There was none touchdown here. There was a tornado warning and the sirens were going off. I was more worried about the hail and the damage it could do to the car.
There was a tornado warning.
Yeah.
And there were sirens going off.
Yeah, I could hear them.
Okay. I could hear him. Imagine what she could hear. Because she was outside.
Covered. In a wind tunnel. I had her moved to the center. I had to coach her through that.
I had her moved. That's my other favorite part. Oh, I forgot about that. I was already in distress. I forgot that not only did you send her there, then you told her where to park.
Yeah. In case debris flew in through.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You were trying to keep her safe. My dad was right about you.
I don't have to share this stuff. I
love it that you do. I love it that you do, man.
Berger says it best. Maybe she needed some time away from Travis. Dreftless Island. She used it as an opportunity to call the boyfriend and tell him how big of a bitch the husband is. I wouldn't blame her. I get up early.
You're defended. All right, this is one of my other favorite parts where he defends the action that he knows is awful. Yeah, Trav, you get up at like 3 a.m, man, to get ready for
I
the
woke
show.
up at like 2:30 today.
Yeah, I asked you how you slept.
I said I slept like crap.
Yeah.
Slept horrible.
Probably because you didn't do something yesterday.
We went shopping together. We had a great day together. We went to an outlet mall. Nothing says love and being married for 35 years like going to an outlet mall to shop. Then we went to Costco. We got steaks. Owen and Lizzie came over. We made dinner. And the storm rolled in. And I said, you want to take the lead here?
You want to take the lead? If this were the first time somebody were tuning into this show and they heard that story and they saw that shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
Huh?
It's a Tommy Bahama.
I think I've had a Tommy Bahama. They're comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah. I wear these button-up, I don't like tucking shirts in, so it's kind of like a Hawaiian shirt type thing.
Yeah, I'm not a tucker shirt or inner guy.
Can you see the print? There's a little print on it.
Oh yeah. Now I don't keep the picture very big. Let me see if I get the picture bigger. If I can. Let me see what you look like now.
You were just waiting to get a shot in on my shirt. You didn't say anything leading up to the show.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? You notice my salmon-colored shirt.
Well, I like it.
Oh.
I didn't know you were going to follow it up with a story about sending your wife into the hail-damaged tornado.
Good news?
So, did you...
No hail?
Did
no
you
tornado?
And you said
Safe
she didn't
car.
talk... She didn't... Safe car. Good news. You said she didn't talk to you when she got home?
I was sleeping.
Oh, yeah. You had to get up at 2:30. I am not Paul Bunyan, my dude up here. I'm not manly man's man, okay? But there's levels to this shit, isn't there? Wow.
Is there?
Apparently. I'm learning. I'm learning more about you. When you said it came in at a rabbit pace, I thought to myself, have I been, because I've always said rabid pace.
And that's fair. I've heard rabid. I just use rabbit.
I do what I want.
Yes, Burger, we went to a TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx was at the outlet mall. And Home Goods, because they're combined. On speaking of that, my wife got mad at me yesterday. Not mad. Not mad. We were at TJ Maxx.
Oh, man, I love you. He didn't tell me a stitch of this before we came on the air. Like, none of this.
So we're at TJ Maxx and we're at the jewelry counter because my wife wants to get a new necklace, not spend a lot of money to replace a necklace she has that has a pendant on it, right? We're standing at the jewelry counter for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Nobody comes to the jewelry counter to wait on us.
At TJ Maxx.
At TJ Maxx. Another guy goes and gets somebody to help him. And then so he's getting waited on. And then she leaves and he leaves. And we're still standing there. And a girl comes back. And I gotta be kind of nice here. Just imagine she comes around and she's got one of those neck fans on, right? Like it looks like a set of headphones.
Looks
but
like
it's a
headphones
neck fan.
with a
but it's blowing a fan on her.
Okay.
And she just comes around to the cash register, ignores us, opens it, shuts it, and leaves. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, we want to look at this necklace?" She goes, "I just put the key away." And I said, "And that's my fucking problem. Why?" And Anjanette's like, stop it. I go, "What do you want me to do?" I go, "She was walking away. We've been standing here for 10 minutes. She goes, "Can't you tell?" "Tell what?" "She's a little slow." I said, she's been slow getting here. I don't care. If you are going to work in customer service, help the customer. And then I followed it up with, maybe you couldn't hear us with the fan blowing in your ear. That didn't sit well with my wife. It didn't ruin the day.
Where's that? I couldn't go back, but where's the comment that said maybe she needed time away from you? So that happened before the storm. That was
that was our shopping.
I love it when when I cry laughing before 6:30 in the morning. But that's happened like 4 times in the last week. Oh, makes for a good day.
I mean, what would you have done in that situation? Wouldn't you have been upset if somebody was upset that they had to work, or that they had to wait on you?
Dude, and I like.
And
I've
my
got
wife
a lot
is
of
just
what
like,
to
you
talk
know,
about, but
my wife's like, good help's just really hard to find these days.
listen, let's talk about that. There, thank you for that statement, Anjanette. Here's where let's start where we agree. You see how mad I just got? I looked at my side of the camera and I realized how angry I looked. Is there like some sort of incentive for businesses?
What do you mean?
Is there some sort of incentive for corporations
to hire nice? Is that what you're saying?
Travis, it's unbelievable. But like, I'm not, but I just am like, every place you go. I know they're entry level. Are kids not working or they're not? I don't
know. I don't know the answer to that. All I know is when your job is to wait on somebody at a jewelry counter, you wait on them.
I mean, okay, I think that the part of that expectation is you're at TJ Maxx.
I understand that. I understand. Then don't lock the jewelry up. It's like going to Walgreens. I got to get somebody to unlock deodorant.
Yeah, you do that. I haven't been in a Walgreens for a while, so I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that here.
Seriously, if I want razors or if I want deodorant, I got to get the cabinet unlocked.
My buddy Humphrey. I'm starting to think that time in the car was the best part of her day.
Possibly. It might have been.
I love some TJ Maxx, but I think that Irish Hawkeye is also right. Expecting great customer service at TJ Maxx is a stretch. But I mean, you weren't expecting great. You were just expecting service at some point.
Well, if you're waiting 10 minutes,
I get, yeah.
And you literally ignore us, put the key away, and then you say, I just put the key away. Okay?
Oh, man. Travis, you are 2 for 2 today, buddy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No. I'm batting 1,000. Batting 1,000. I mean, in storytelling. I don't mean in behavior and or relation.
I don't set off to make my weekends go like this. They just fall into place for me.
Did you end up getting the piece of jewelry that?
Yes, she's. Okay. Anjanette's like, that's the one I want. It wasn't like, hey, take it out. Here, I don't want it. Put it back. She goes, I want this. It was the easiest sell.
Oh, my lungs are filled with good oxygen.
She's been with me a while. She hasn't left me yet, so I'm doing all right.
At this point, and it's just amazing. She hasn't realized she's earned her wings.
Oh, she goes straight to heaven, right? I mean, there's no purgatory for her.
The people that know how this relationship works, whenever Anjanette gets brought up, Brooks is like,
oh, it's my favorite justice.
Saint Anjanette, my favorite. Oh, yeah. When J.P. Morgan comes on with us, John Paul Morgan comes on, he always is like, how is Anjanette? How is people say better half? They've never seen best half. That sounds like something he'd say, doesn't it?
Probably.
That's why. This is why, because people know these things. You see it happen behind the scenes, and you're like, "Oh my god, why is she?"
Alan, these stories make me ponder how Ross is the one that's gone through a divorce.
Yeah, right. Alan, thank you. Travis, stop. I know what I'm into. Just stop. Okay.
I share my stories, Alan.
I know. Yeah. Yes.
But you do make a good point.
That's funny. Me too, Alan. Me too.
Kaylin says she needs to come on the show. I've invited Anjanette on the show. She doesn't want to come on the show. She walks by me every morning. She comes down. She gives me a little glare. She'll either laugh, smile. She doesn't even listen to the show. It's probably best that she doesn't.
Oh, Trav. Well, I guess, so this is the way maybe you're defending it, or this is the way maybe it works in Anjanette's head, even though she's way smarter than this. You stood up for her at TJ Maxx, Travis.
I did. I stood up for her. I fought for my wife. Thank you, Ross. Nobody was going to show her up. Nobody was going to walk away from her. Fan blowing on your neck and everything.
Was it hot in the TJ Maxx?
No.
We're working hard. Have you ever had
Maybe
one
that
of those?
person needed white noise. I don't know.
That could be too. That could be. Did have you ever used one of those neck fans things?
No, because they look stupid.
I don't care what they look like. I had one. I've had one time. We have a couple of them, and one day Eli's playing baseball, and it's like one of those 107-degree days. You know what I mean? It just feels hot as Hades, and so I had a cooler with some water in it and ice that I was keeping towels in to, everybody could stay cool with cool towels. I took one cold towel, put it over my head, and had that fan blowing up.
Oh, that's a poor man's air conditioner.
Oh,
that's a redneck air conditioner right there.
that was a hack. I was, and people were walking by me going, "You look." I think I looked orgasmic. I was like. When did Audrey had a cheerleading deal this weekend, like a recital thing again? Yeah. I think I told you, right? We're walking in, and one of the dads is wearing a shirt that looks like it says organ donor in great big words. Eli's like, Dad. It says we're at a children's dance recital. It sure says orgasm donor.
That's funny. Probably not appropriate for the children's recital. Probably not a married dad either.
Oh, that's
just saying.
Great.
Guys, sometimes the key to feeling better is, listen to the show, or it comes from just being seen for what you need. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center with services from low testosterone to managing the effects of aging. But more than that, UCI is the place to go when you want to be seen like a man, not a patient. You don't want somebody else's treatment. You deserve yours. Schedule an appointment with UCI today, IowaURO.com. That's IowaURO.com. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Prosnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Graduate into a new vehicle at Willis Chevrolet of Granger. Drive into your next chapter with a huge selection of new and Car Bravo certified vehicles. Get $500 cash allowance or 2.9% APR with 90 days of deferred payment or lease as low as $309 a month on the compact and economical 2026 Chevy Trax. Or enjoy the adventurous and stylish Trailblazer with 3.9% APR and 90 days deferred payment or lease starting at just $289 a month. Come visit us in Granger, just 15 minutes north of the Metro, or online at willischevy.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Do you need new floors? Iowa Floor Covering and Bondurant has you covered with carpet, hardwood, tile, luxury vinyl, and more. Plus expert sales and installation you can trust. That's Iowa Floor Covering. Good people, great floors. Visit iowafloorcovering.com today. Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. Off to a good start on a Monday. At least I think we are.
Thank you so much. Yeah, what a fun way to start the work week by just sharing your stories.
Just sharing what happens in your life. Ross and I did talk once over the weekend, and it was an interesting conversation because you had called me, and I forget what you called me about, but I brought up Caitlin Clark.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. I don't remember why I called you either.
Yeah, you called me. Oh, you were asking me about the Starlink because I'm going out of town next week, and you're like, hey, I'm going to drive it over. I said, I'm coming up on Friday, right? You're like, oh yeah, that will save some time, won't it? I'm like, yeah,
I have a little tiny rabbit brain.
Yeah. It's fair.
See what I did.
That's fair. I see what you did there.
Back.
Yeah. And I said, hey, this may be somewhat blasphemous, especially how much I've talked about Caitlin Clark and the WNBA on this show. And I said, hey, I think we've passed the build them up stage, and the tear down stage is going to start with Caitlin Clark. And for some reason, I was watching the game the other day, and I'm just like, I'm getting sick and tired of it. The whininess, it's time to start producing. And I know you're coming off an injury, But then, Ross, yesterday she comes out, she just plays 23 minutes, 24 minutes. She had 21 points, 10 assists. Fairly demeanor was calm. I'm like, okay, this is what people expect, is just go out, play, get the job done. But you had sent me a tweet right after that conversation where I said, hey, are we getting, is Caitlin's popularity?
Here's the thing, actually, that tweet would have come out after we'd had the conversation.
Yes.
We had the conversation, and then a couple of hours later, I'm scrolling through X, and I see a tweet that basically says, is anybody else getting sick of Caitlin Clark? And it was some national guy, and I just screenshotted it and sent it to you. I didn't agree with it or retweet it or anything like that. I think that your first statement, Travis, is the one that's probably the best, or the one that people should prepare for, or whatever. There's a build them up, tear them down thing that happens, and happens with everybody and everything. And I think that Caitlin, I know she's going to experience that same thing, and I think that it's that we're on that side of it. I think another story that has taken off over the weekend is going to somehow play an ingredient in this soup. These two stories are going to kind of blend together and affect each other. And that's the Fran McCaffrey story that the New York Post picked up on. They picked up on the thing that
because we talked about it last week.
Yeah, right. Isn't that really cool? So anyway, we'll get to that. But what I'm saying is, the build him up, tear him down of Caitlin Clark. I think that you're right, Travis. There, man. It reminded me of that conversation we had a couple weeks ago, or last week, where you said, "Is there more pressure this year or when she started?" And my initial instinct was like, definitely when she started. Way more. Now I'm starting to see what's at play this season, because she had 2 games where she wasn't great. She was good. She was good in both those first 2 games. She wasn't great. There was a couple. The highlight in that second game, right? She hit that game winner, or the game tire.
The game tire. But
right,
I mean, she was 7 of 17 from behind the 3-point line. She was 2 of 4 last night. She took better shots yesterday. She still took a couple bad ones, but I mean,
you're watching it from a much closer view. I'm watching it from, you know what I mean? I'm kind of watching it out here in the real cheap seats. And from my cheap seat view, it hasn't been that splash yet this year. I haven't seen a lot of people tweeting of, "Oh my God, check out what Caitlin did. This is incredible." The tone has changed. From my perspective way out here, the tone has changed a little bit. Now, this is where the McCaffrey story is going to come into play. Caitlin's been pretty quiet on Iowa for a while.
A long time. I don't think she said anything about the men's team going to the Elite Eight. Not one thing.
And her fiance has been pretty vocal about his dislike for Iowa. We're going to find out where loyalties lie here pretty soon. And I know this is going to sound crazy, what I'm about to say, but what I'm saying is, at some point, people are going to have to pick between, are you an Iowa fan or are you a Caitlin Clark fan?
Because,
and again, I'm not hoping for any of this. I'm just telling you that this is how this system works. We're in that tear them down stage part of it. And
Tyler does want clarification.
I'm just assuming,
they're not engaged yet, okay, that we know of.
Despite all those AI photos that are out there of her.
Yeah.
But I saw a photo of her with Donald Trump, and he had his arm around her, and she was wearing a shirt that said, she was wearing a jersey that said Clark. They were unveiling a statue of her also standing there wearing a shirt that said Clark. Her love interest, her boyfriend. And now there's a very public dispute that's going to happen between that family. I mean, this is
Yeah, once it goes to the New York, but it's one thing for Scott Docterman to say it on his Legends and Leaders podcast. It's another thing for the New York Post to pick that up and really kind of go into it. And it was great clickbait. I mean,
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, it's an interesting story, Trav. Yeah.
And it makes Margaret McCaffrey just look like a horrible human being.
Yeah. Travis, and I just had something pop into my head and help me clarify this or maybe figure out what I'm thinking here. Because one of our listeners, when we were having that conversation first time, they're like, hey, how come nobody talked about this when Fran was the coach at Iowa? How come nobody talked about why? I mean, the Murph thing was Murphy didn't want people to talk about it. Murphy didn't tell. If you knew that story, it was because Keith kind of told you in private, and that wasn't your business to be sharing. But these other stories, like some of these other stories about Fran that were out there that are coming out now, I guess is maybe the way to say it.
I asked that to you the other day, and I'm paraphrasing, and Scott Docterman hears this. I hope I didn't paraphrase him wrong, because somebody called him out on that. And he's like, at that point, we wanted to cover the team, not make it about us.
Yeah.
And but I thought about what Scott said there. The story there wasn't the way he treated the media in general. To me, the story is the way he treated Gary Dolphin.
Yeah, but how do you tell that story without it being...
I mean,
it's talk about clickbait, because that's just going to cause so many problems.
First of all, Gary Dolphin would have never given you a quote. Gary would have
right.
just, and either would have Bobby Hansen. They just would have washed their hands and say, you know what, we're calling the games. We love calling the games. We don't want to ruffle any more feathers. So if you don't have anything else to corroborate the story, there's really no story there, right? And probably University of Iowa was going to say anything. Learfield was going to say anything.
Berger, man, I think I want to meet Berger. So, Sean, someday if you're out and about, please say hi. What happened to holding truth to power? Dude, I'm not just saying this to you. I promise. Behind the scenes, I was absolutely a guy that fought for that stuff and tried to say, wait, what about this? What about this? It's like, no. Not that Travis and I were told not to speak ill. Well, weren't we told at one point about our boss's relationship with Gary Barta and how we weren't supposed? He was mad. That's what it was. They were mad at us for being nice about talking nice about Jamie Pollard and talking bad about Gary Barta. When, again, 10 years ago, Pollard's running laps around Barta in a lot of ways. On a local level, on an individual level, on a PR level. And our bosses told us, hey, we have a relationship with them. Stop. And Sean, what happened to holding truth to power? Behind the scenes, you can fight those fights. Or you can lose your job. So that's why it's like when I'm not sure people that are mad about the timing of it, and it just popped into my head again. It really did, of like, man, somebody asked last week if that was, how come those stories weren't covered? And I thought, well, you can't do that. You can't burn those bridges is kind of the initial response.
There's politics that goes into this.
It's bigger than that even. Yeah. But that's the right response. Essentially, the bumper sticker for it is you don't burn bridges. The other bumper sticker is those who pay get a say.
But to find out about it, it was kind of like the unwritten I guess the general fan base wouldn't have known, but it was known to a lot of people. And you're right, Murph didn't. Even when Andy told the story, it wasn't even Murph who told the story. It was Andy who told the story.
Get uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Like, not uncomfortable, but, and Andy asked him, Andy's his best friend. Andy, he wasn't going to throw him, just like you and I would do. That's why when I could tell you were about to tell an uncomfortable story, I cut you off.
People learned at the station a long time ago that if you don't want me to talk about it, don't tell me not to talk about it.
Right.
Because if you tell me don't do something, I'm probably going to do it. Like the Associated Press thing. Guys, don't mention the AP.
The poll that shall not
Don't mention the don't mention the AP poll. Why? Well, we don't pay for the Associated Press. Yeah, but it's the poll that everybody puts out, and you're giving attribution to the poll. Yeah, but we don't pay for it. We're going to get sued. You're not going to get sued. Don't say it. So what did I do? I made it worse. The poll that shall not be named.
Wife was mad at me for the way I handled the TJ Maxx thing. What do? I doubled down. Send her into the tornado.
That's why I'm a bad gambler, man. Just don't mention Travis's security system, Tom says. Hey, that security system helped me know last night that there was a tornado warning because it kept telling me because it's got a smart pad with it. And I'd call my wife and I'd say, hey, the smart pad's going off. There's a tornado warning. Still going on. So stay in the parking garage.
Are you in the middle? You haven't changed the park. You haven't changed from the spot that I told you to go to from the phone inside the house. Have you? Do you hear the ridiculous part of that part of the story, by the way?
No, not at all.
You don't understand.
The more I hear it, I'm like, we made a good call last night.
I love the way the brain reaffirms itself of like,
yes,
good
the more
call.
I think about it,
the more I've thought about it, we did the right thing there.
It was a really, really good call. I'm happy with it.
Trav, that would be like if we're golfing on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're out there on Des Moines Golf and Country Club, and we're only doing 9. So what do you want to do? You want to do the front 9 or back 9? Which are you hoping for? Because I don't even know which 9 is like or if you're going to do
20. Isn't there 27 out there?
True. That's true. So let's just say we're doing the executive 9. I don't know, that's what they call it. We're on the 4th hole, and you're in the middle of the fairway, and all of a sudden Anjanette calls. You're like, hey, what's up, honey? She's like, hey, how you doing? You're like, oh, pretty good. I just hit a drive right down the middle of the fairway. She's like, oh, okay. Hit your 7-iron. You're like, well, you don't even know how far I am. No, hit your 7-iron. What would you say to her?
It's the wrong club.
Yeah.
I'm hitting my 5-wood.
Right.
I'm 220 out.
You don't even know the situation I'm in.
That's right.
Why are you giving me advice when I'm out here and you're you're on the phone at home? Never mind.
I think it's a bad analogy on your part.
I think so too. I agree. Why is so? Did you see Marty Terrell's back in
jail, right?
People are yeah.
Because he did another ticket scam.
No, the same exact thing, dude.
Okay, is it from the old one?
No. This is new. This is
okay. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
And Marty's a bad person, right? I mean,
horrible.
horrible person. At what point do you put blame back on the businesses? Meaning, you knew the guy's history. He's coming at you with the same
Travis,
deal.
They didn't. Here's the thing. We think
everybody knows.
Yes.
That's fair.
We think everybody knows who this guy is, and that everybody sees that picture and sees a snake. And don't give me the thing about he was a really talented dude. He was not. He was an absolute hack. And he was a con man. He stole the Mike and the Mad Dog routine. If you know who Mad Dog is, from Mike and Mad Dog in the morning.
He's on ESPN during the day.
Go back and watch that show or listen to that show from the 80s and 90s. There's even a 30 for 30 documentary about it. He stole the good morning, everybody. That's exactly how Mike Russo Mad Dog would start the show every day. It's the show that Marty listened to when he was in New England. And so when he came to Des Moines, he just stole the entire bit. Good job out of you, everybody. All of the stuff you listen to Mad Dog, and you will go, oh, even the opening theme song. It's Mike and the Mad Dog on the air. It's Marty and Miller on the air. It's the note for note. They're talking sports and so much more. It's the exact same thing. He stole it bit for bit for bit. I don't know about the 6-2 and even, where I don't know what that was, what they were like, but he was a con man. But not everybody knows. Like when people go, how does that still happen? There's a couple of answers to that. That's a soup of stuff. And one of the things, Travis, is we don't even know all of the people that he stole from, because people are embarrassed. Especially, he knew this is a smart con man move, man. He understood that really successful people hate being conned. They hate being outsmarted. They always want to be the smartest guy in the room. So if you can con those guys, they ain't going to say shit. And especially if you con them at just the right level. These guys are millionaires. If I take 20 grand from them, they aren't going to say anything. What if I take 300 grand from them? How much can I push that ego versus embarrassment thing? And then people don't say anything. And then finally somebody has to lose enough that they go, fuck, man, I got to do something. I got to admit that I got conned. I got to go to the cops. I got to get somebody involved. And then they start to investigate and go, oh, looks like he's done this to a lot of people. They go to those other businesses and say, we think Marty stole from you. And they go, we think so too. You want to join this lawsuit? No. What? No, it's not worth it. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
I'll just write it off and I don't look bad.
Travis. And so that
I only met him once in my life.
Lucky for you.
And I knew right away that he was a con man. It was at the Missouri Valley Conference basketball tournament. And those of you who know me, which most of you don't know me on a professional level, I take media credentials very seriously. Meaning, I do. I mean, I don't
what
abuse
do you mean?
them.
I've never heard you.
Meaning,
I don't abuse them.
I don't abuse them. I don't get them for people. I don't. If you're going to use a media credential, you should be there to work and use your media credential.
People ask you to get media credentials for them?
Yeah. If I ever took you to a game with me, you worked. I mean, you were running tape, you were running batteries, you were spotting, you were doing something. I never used a media credential just to go watch a game, ever. I never took, my wife could have gone to several games with me. Never did, because she wasn't going to work. And I don't blame her. She's not a huge sports fan anyway, but I could have, all the bowl games I went to, she could have been in on a media pass, just stood there. And I'm like, no, I'm there to work. I need people who are going to work. First time I ever met Ken and Marty was at the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. And they're down there just hanging out with their girlfriends or wives or whatever it was, and just sitting there doing nothing, sitting front row, not even. And I'm like, what are you guys doing?
That would be me. You're describing me.
Sorry.
I never got a media credential for. Not a media credential. No, that doesn't mean haven't gotten tickets for stuff.
To me, going to an Iowa Cubs game or a Drake basketball game is completely different, because I think Brian Harden knows, hey, here's your media pass. Just you can come to the game, whatever. That's different than going to a tournament, what you're there to cover. Right. And so and
those are limited, very limited,
yes.
and high. And they're denying other credentials for other people. Oh, yeah. That's funny that was your moment. Anyway, so I just saw his name pop up, and And it's funny because it was taking credentials too seriously is the whole reason everything blew up at the radio station.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't think he's going to get out of jail this time. Or he's going to be there. He'll get out, but he'll be there a while.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
You know what you need? You know what everybody listening to this show needs to do? They need to go fishing, Ross. They need to go fishing.
Oh, buddy. Holy cow. Last week, the Ballards folks reached out because I got a trip planned with my buddy, with my group of friends this fall, right? We're going to be heading up in September. And Danielle reached out and she's like, hey, can we make a trade? Yeah. It's like, we got some empty beds throughout the summer here. And I want to try to fill these empty beds. And if we ran a Ross Peterson fishing special this summer, could we get some ads on the show? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So what I'm about to tell you guys, the details of this result in about $1,000 savings per person. The Ballards Black Island folks have a few empty beds. There is limited availability on this, but if you call up there and tell them that you want to know about the Ross Peterson fishing special, here's what they're going to explain to you. You can go up to Ballards. You got to drive your way up to Canada. Got to cross the border. It's about a 10, 11 hour drive with a couple of stops. It's a beautiful drive. Once you get there, everything is taken care of. Now, you want to bring your own alcohol and your own clothes. That's about all you have to bring. Everything. They're going to pick you up at the dock, take you out to the most beautiful island in the world, where you're going to fish for 3 days, stay for 4 nights in fully modern cabins. Each one of them has a warm shower and a bathroom. There are extra bathrooms in case, you don't want to ruin your cabin experience. All your food is taken care of. You get on guided boats and fish for 3 days where they will put you on top of once-in-a-lifetime fish. And they're offering this for $1,200 per person. Now, there is tax on top of that, and it's the Canadian tax, and I don't know exactly, but if you call, they're going to give you the details on what dates are available and exactly what all of this would entail. But this includes everything. When I say it's a full package, I mean, this is, you take your clothes and the alcohol that you want to drink for those 3 or 4 days, whatever that is. But if it's just water, they've got water on the island. If it's just pop, they've got pop on the island. And they can walk through the details of that with all of you. But if you give them a call, they can get you the details. 218-634-1996. You can also go to their website is, I believe, ballardsbbi.com. Or no, it's just blackisland.com. I thought they were late to the game.
Now,
blackisland.com.
You forgot a key part of this. It's $1,200 per person, but you need 2 people to go.
You do.
Right?
That's true. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. That's a key component here. It's a 2-person minimum, but they've got some open slots throughout the summer. And trust me, the fishing, it's a multi-species fishery. So if you go in June, you're going to be bass fishing. And you're probably going to still catch walleye and smallmouth. It's going to be awesome. If you go late in the fall, it's going to be primarily walleye fishing, but you're still going to catch muskie and northern and all sorts of other fun fish, perch. And if you're lucky, you get back into a Babacan and you get to go to some crappie fishing. But it's way beyond the fishing. The cabin lifestyle is unreal. If you go to blackisland.com, the pictures will start to scroll. You've maybe seen them on some of my Facebook posts or X posts over the years. My friends know when I die, part of my ashes get spread up at this place. It's that special of a place. And this is an amazing saving. So if you're interested, if you've ever thought about doing it, now is the time to call up there. And you got to tell them that you're looking for the Ross Peterson special because I think they're calling it the Ross P fishing special or something. They got a lot of different names for me up there. Most of them we don't talk about on the air.
You won't find this deal anywhere else, folks. This is a deal. This is an absolute deal. And Tyler asked early, do you have to fish? You probably don't even have to. If you don't want to go out on the boat, don't
Tyler,
go out on the boat.
We've had people that literally are like, can I fish in the morning for a couple of days, or can I fish in the afternoon can I fish in the morning for a couple of hours, or just the afternoon for a couple of hours? You absolutely can. So look at Dusty. Dusty knows. Because as soon as she sent this to me, the first thing I did was sent it to Dusty and Ryan and said, guys, they're giving away trips to the island.
So there you go. That number again, Ross?
218-634-1996. You can go to blackisland.com. That's their website. When you call up there, tell them you heard about it on The Rush and that you'd heard Ross talk about it for years, and it's a great time.
We're going to be talking about it for the next couple of weeks, maybe next couple of months, because we want you to enjoy Black Island just like Ross does. We got an hour in the books. We got an hour to go. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars. I want to let you know that Costco is back. Up to $2,000 in savings for you for just being a Costco executive member. Amazing leases that will absolutely blow your mind. So stop on down to the showroom to check them out, or give us a call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. You'll be glad you did.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vents, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Cadillac. Willis Cadillac has tons of CT5s in stock right now, making it a great time to stop in if you're looking for a sporty new sedan. Start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube this morning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. And, of course, you can always leave your comments in the comment section. If you want to talk to Ross or myself, go ahead and call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. You can like the Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and, of course, on X. You know, Ross, I haven't been much of a pop drinker the last couple of years, but I tell you what, this Coke Zero from Atlanta Coca-Cola Bottling Company has got me back on the pop kick, and I like the taste of Coca-Cola, and Coke Zero tastes almost exactly like regular Coca-Cola.
You love it.
Just crisp, clean, caffeine filled, 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 0 added sugars. Healthy way to start my morning. And I'm going to follow this up with a Body Armor Light from Atlanta Coca-Cola Bottling Company after that.
Now you can get me. There you can get me. I like the I'm down with those 0 sugars with those. So, all right.
So there you go. You know, over the weekend, one of the big things that happened over the weekend, sports-wise, and it had a ton of hype, was the Ronda Rousey-Gina Carano fight.
Yeah.
I mean, they built this thing up for months. That's
what they do with fights. Right. You weren't excited to see two 40-year-olds? You weren't excited to see 2 40-year-old women fight? Did you watch it? Did you watch it live?
No, not live. But I watched the entire fight later on that took 17 seconds.
Yeah.
17 seconds.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey says she's done fighting. That was her last fight. She wanted to go out on top. She got paid $2.2 million to fight that night. $2.2 million. So
for 18 seconds. But she's done. Until another 2.2 or 3.2 or 4.2. Together again for the first time. On their final first farewell tour.
I guess my question to this, with all the hype, because this is Jake Paul's first foray, should we say, into promoting MMA.
Oh, I didn't know this was a Jake Paul.
This was a Jake Paul production. It was not a Dana White production. It was a Jake Paul production.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
There were 5 fights on the card.
Yeah.
4 of them ended in the first round, and the 5th one ended at the start of the second round.
That's tough to fill. It's tough to fill the 3 hours when you got when that happens.
100%, right? I mean, if you paid good money to go watch this, do you feel ripped off? If you watched for 3 hours on Netflix or how...
Okay, 2 different questions. Hold on. If you're going to an event like that, man, you got to realize, because they have to fill the time. So if you're there, that would be a thing where you're like, oh man, dude, this is dragging on. Are you excited? Did you pay to watch exciting fights? Yes. Are you getting that? Yes. I mean, you go to NASCAR, people watch NASCAR for the crashes. You're watching UFC for the knockouts. You're watching for the highlights. But man, when they all happen in the first round, they've got to fill the time. It's not a local event with no TV where it's like, all right, let's move through this. Coming up next, play the music for the next guy. No, we got to fill this gap because this one can't start till this time. The headliner, the main event can't start until this time. And then you're also playing the math of what if the headliner, what if the main event, it's a Ronda Rousey fight. It can be done in a second. So what do you do to fill that time? I didn't watch it, so I don't know what they did to fill, stretch it out, do all the things that they had to do to get there. I did see Ngannou was one of the guys that was on the card, and he knocked out his guy.
Nate Diaz was on the card.
And that was apparently a doctor stoppage. Eli told me, was that the one that was in the second round?
That was in the second round, yeah.
I didn't even see that, but Eli told me that's how that one went down. And I did see then that Ronda Rousey won, and then I got to see the event. And I went yesterday. I happened to click on Netflix while Courtney was making dinner. Clicked on Netflix and did fast forward through it. And to your point about how quick it went, they were in the little introductions, and I hit fast forward, and the two girls were hugging and crying. I'm like, oh, that went really fast. Hit two buttons and it went from start to finish. Did you see the really cool thing, Travis, of her, the like behind the scenes footage in her locker room where that was exactly what her plan was? In the locker room, she planned every step of what happened in those 17 seconds. We're gonna come out. We're gonna change a few blows. As soon as she throws a strike, I'm gonna go do a single leg, and it was the entire thing. Roll into the control mount that she had. Couple of strikes to the face, go into the armbar. It worked out exactly the way her and her team.
Because she almost knew the first strike that Gina was going to throw. It's like she's going to come at me with this.
Let her throw a couple, and it was kind of the first real time that she. Yep, they had an idea what that sequence was going to be and timed it perfectly and had the entire move planned out. Ray says fixed, not fixed. Hey, Biscuit. Not fixed, Ray. Not fixed. 40-year-old women fighting. There's so much tape. There's so much, they're both super competitive. Ronda Rousey is insanely talented at doing exactly what she did. Ronda Rousey, Ray, could beat me, you, and Travis all in 17 seconds.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Three of us went into the ring.
That's what I'm saying. If there were four of us standing, and it were me, you, and Travis on one side of the ring, and Ronda, in 17 seconds, all three of us would either be unconscious, have a broken limb, in tears.
But a card that goes like that, I say this all the time, and what am I thinking? Pay-per-views happen. Netflix has got the boxing. People still tune in. I keep trying to justify in my head that, man, if you don't put on a good card, people aren't going to get hoodwinked the second time. They're like, last time these things got done in the first round, we're never going to go again. And then if you put the right people on the card, you go, well, maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe it'll be different.
This one was free on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was free on Netflix. And I think boxing, and I know you can get a first-round knockout, but usually it goes a little longer in 17 seconds. You should know with MMA that can end a lot faster than boxing can.
Yeah. Usually does.
Now, there was a heavyweight fight over the week. I forget who was fighting, but people booed the guy because it was one punch, and he went down within 5 seconds, and it was over with. I forget who it was over the weekend.
In that same
no, it wasn't on the card. It was a different boxing card because this was this was all MMA. It was a different boxing card, and the guy got knocked out in 10 seconds, maybe less than that, and people were livid. But with MMA, you get a submission hold on that quick, and you're going to submit.
Especially Ronda Rousey in an armbar. So. Johnny, thank you. Johnny says it's not free. You're paying a monthly subscription for Netflix. Thank you, Johnny. Amen. Amen.
But we've gotten to the point to where when you pay your monthly subscriptions, you think that's free TV because it's
what I thought you were going to say is we've gotten to the point where they charge extra for that stuff. I thought it was one of those things because doesn't Netflix have that where you can? Hadn't they done pay-per-view through Netflix before?
No,
Am I making that up in my head?
I think you're making that up in your head.
Okay.
I haven't seen that. Now, what you can do is add a family member for an extra $10 a month. If your family member lives outside the zip code that you live in, they can't pirate off you.
Do you share with your brother in Portugal?
No. Because it would have to say, are you traveling? And he'd have to say yes, and then it'd shut me off. And it's like, I'm just done sharing with everybody.
So I think that my internet must do like VPN stuff.
Okay.
Because my Hulu will from time to time think that I live in Minnesota.
And you get like the Minnesota ads?
I get like the local I get the Minnesota ads and the local Minnesota news and stuff like that. And I just keep playing along and plug it. And then every now and again I'll turn it on and it'll be like, hey, it looks like you've moved home locations. Are you okay? Everything all right?
That's a little weird.
Is this your new home? Yeah. Is this your new home? And I go, yes, I'm home. Like, okay, we're going to change your home location. If you're home right now, say, yes, I'm home. And then I'll get Des Moines ads for a while. And then same month later, same thing happens. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, looks like you've moved. Okay, I moved. Then all of a sudden, I get to Minnesota. Oh, don't you know? So anyway, however that works, whatever that works. I'm like Carmen Sandiego out here. They can't catch me.
Speaking of Netflix, did you ever have a BlackBerry when you were younger? Did you ever have a BlackBerry?
I don't think I did. And you mean the phone, right?
The phone, yeah.
Yeah, right. I wanted to be sure with some of the miscommunications we've had lately.
There's a movie on Netflix based on actual events called BlackBerry. And it got off to a slow start, but I watched the whole 2-hour thing. And you talk about a rags to riches to rags story.
Oh.
At one point,
that thing was like going to be revolutionary.
They had figured out how to get around the system. They'd figure out a whole bunch of things. And it was just interesting to see pride kind of get in the way. Now, the original BlackBerry was manufactured in the United States, and the owner was insistent that it be manufactured in the United States because he thought quality was better. He could oversee quality, didn't like the way things were made in China. Well, then, when Steve Jobs announced the iPhone, they kept thinking everybody wanted the keyboard, and then Verizon, who they were working with, wanted a full screen thing, and the only way they could get it produced so fast was to get it made in China. And almost every one of the ones that were manufactured had defects, and Verizon ended up suing them for like $50 million. They had like 72% of the phone market at one point. They have 0% of the phone market now.
It was huge.
Because it changed
to zero.
Yeah, to zero.
I just pulled it up here because I wanted to see. It's from 2023. I don't know any of the names of the cast, but as I'm watching the trailer play, I'm like, oh, I know that guy. I recognize these people. It's a good one, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know a lot about the story. You knew BlackBerry just went away, but you didn't know why. And you had an idea that the iPhone was the reason why. But it was also failure to innovate, thinking that people really love to have the click. They were, when your thumbs and you could hear the click, 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 like you're on a typewriter. People want something that's easy to use, easy to understand, and it's cool. It's a status symbol. At one point, having a BlackBerry was a status symbol until it wasn't. Then having the iPhone was a status symbol. And Android followed fairly quickly behind.
Did you like the buttons? Did you like having the physical button to push? Even with the iPhone, when it first came out, it had the one button.
I had a BlackBerry because I thought it was cool to have a BlackBerry. I bought it for the status. But you look back now and go, boy, having a keyboard is kind of stupid when you can just bring one up on an LED screen. That made it a lot easier. But I've never had an iPhone. I've always been an Android guy. The rest of the family are iPhones, and I choose to stay in the Android world. But I did have a BlackBerry for a short bit, and then I didn't.
Fake Bob Vanderplatz remembers having a beeper. Do you remember? Did you ever carry a beeper?
I was in a drug dealer, but
well, they weren't just for drug dealers.
I did. I carried a beeper at my back in the early days of television. If they wanted to get a hold of you for a story,
that's where that most of us carried them for work, not to be drug dealers. Maintenance men, as a maintenance guy, on call, ruined every date I ever went on. And I didn't go on a lot of dates. I don't want to make this like, I remember one in particular. My friends like set me up with this girl. She was real pretty, this tall blonde girl. We went to the Funny Bone and we like sat down and my beeper goes off. And it's like 911, person is doesn't have heat. And I had to tell this beautiful young girl, hey, I have to leave. I have to go repair somebody's heat.
Did you even know how to fix a furnace? I didn't know if you had to call Josh from Priority One to come fix the furnace.
I was the fucking maintenance man.
Yeah, but sometimes a maintenance man goes, I can't help you here. We're gonna have to get somebody else here. Just can't see you taking apart a heat exchanger and getting that thing fixed. I don't mean that in a mean way.
Didn't sound mean. Do you know how to change? Do you even know how to change a tire?
A tire and a heat exchanger are two different things.
Steve, dude, our buddy Steve Glass was the one that taught me how to listen. And could I take apart a heat exchanger and fix that? No, that would be Josh from Priority One you'd call. But with the particular systems that we had, we knew how to troubleshoot them and find out what they were. Take apart what needed to be taken apart, fix what needed to be fixed, and get people's heat running.
Did you bring your date to the apartment complex, or did you leave her at the Funny Bone?
She had friends that were there. I think she'd probably done that thing where she was like, "Hey, I'm meeting this guy." Well, somebody, and they were, or she had friends that were there, and she was like, "Well, my friends are my friends from high school are right over there. I'm just going to go see if I can get a ride home with them." I can't imagine how that conversation went. Went over there, and she's like, "This loser is leaving me here." Like, yeah, we could tell.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. You're better off without him.
You're better off.
What a loser.
Did you see, the French are weird people.
And fake Bob Vanderplatz? No, I never saw the girl again in my life. Never saw her girl.
You didn't do a follow-up saying, hey, can I make it up to you?
I don't remember ever. Dusty, this is why you have friends. Who's the loser? She got ghosted. She thinks it was her fault. Ha! Probably messed her up psychologically for a period of time. Boom. Didn't think about it like that.
The French are weird people. They take their soccer pretty seriously. I'm not going to try to pronounce some of these French names or French teams. But FC Nantes, Nantes.
Okay.
Their fans were so upset about the horrible season that they were having that at the 22-minute mark during their game over the weekend, they started letting off pyrotechnics and smoke bombs, broke through the security, and raided the field, Ross. And the teams had to literally rush to the locker room because they were scared for their life. And these guys were masked because they were upset that their team sucks. Soccer is a completely different.
We think we take things seriously here, don't we?
Exactly. I mean, people don't boo the kids. Don't boo them. That's about as bad as it gets. You don't see people letting off smoke bombs and fireworks as a diversion with masks on to try to get on the field and go after players because they suck. In the United States, we do a couple things. We'll wear bags over our face, or we just don't go to the game.
That's it. Usually we just don't go. Like, to pay your money to show your displeasure like that, where you're wearing the bag over your face, is kind of that second level that we go to. You know, going there and booing is the same thing as wearing a bag on your face, I guess. You know, we get upset. We go, man, we care. And then after that, our third level is we're out. I booed. It didn't work. I cheered. They didn't win. I booed. They didn't win. I'm not going. It's such a part of their communities there, Travis. Like, I mean, there's so many. I have to pitch this to anybody, but when we were walking in Spain, one of the days, all of a sudden, it's a Saturday morning, and we could hear these drums. It sounded like a drum corps coming towards us. Like, it sounded like the Rhythmettes were moving through this small little community of Spain. And so as we're like at this little coffee shop bakery thing, this group of dudes comes walking by us, and they're going to the soccer game. And what happens is the farthest fan away, it'd be like for the Menace, the furthest fan away starts to walk through the community, banging his drum. And as he goes by the houses, more and more guys come out of their houses and join and go in. It's such a part of the community that it's way deeper than... Dude, to go to these extremes?
I found this story about 2:30 in the morning as I couldn't sleep. And then some other thing, because I know how you love the heritage thing, because you're American. I get it. But, you know, you've got the Irish that are proud to proclaim their Irish heritage. The Italians are very proud to do their... Same with the Germans. You ever notice? You don't hear many people go, I'm French. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but you never hear somebody go, yeah, I'm French. And we'd be, yeah, so what? Italian, we get it. Irish, we get it. German, we get it. You're French? Yeah, you stink. You are.
That's why. That's why people don't ever say.
Because they stink?
Because
go
they
take
don't
a shower, man.
No, because they don't want to tell somebody, oh, I'm French, and then have somebody go, oh, you stink.
Could be it.
You know, it's funny. Don't you like... I'll stop.
Don't I what? Don't I what?
When people talk about this heritage stuff, the thing that always blows my mind is like where they stop. Where they decide to stop. And what I mean is you decide at some point to stop going backwards in your lineage, in your heritage. And you decide, Scotland, I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish. I'm Norwegian. I'm German. I'm Italian. Why are you Italian? Thought you were born in America. Thought your parents were born in America. I thought your grandparents were born in America. Well, they were. But before that, great-great-great-grandpappy, he was born in Norway. But what about great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy? What if you keep going back and keep going back? Aren't they from somewhere else? And
My 93andMe says
I'll get on my American soapbox real quick and say, the one thing that most of us have in common is that heritage that actually brought us to America. At some point in time, my great-great-great-grandparents got on a boat and left the shithole country that they were in to come here to start a better life. They packed up every part of what they were in. If like right now, cancer rates are so bad, can't drink the water. If you decided right now, I'm picking up from Iowa and I'm going to find a better place for my kids and my family, and I'm going to go raise them in Louisiana, Alabama. What's Sutton? Is Sutton a Nebraskan?
No, she's from Mississippi.
Why isn't Sutton a Nebraskan? Her grandpappy's from Nebraska.
Well, her other grandpappy's from Mississippi. Her dad's from Mississippi, and she lives in Mississippi and was born in Mississippi.
Boom. Those last two are the two that matter.
But she's also got deep,
and then we also do exactly
deep German and Norwegian heritage.
Exactly what... You do exactly what you just did there with Sutton, and that is you basically divide your family tree and take one branch the entire time. And it keeps dividing and dividing, and you keep taking this one limb, and the rest of the tree gets ignored. Well, when I did my DNA test from the roots, it says that the other parts of the tree are also... You're an American. Welcome. Glad to have
you have one more day, because this ends tomorrow, to get your chance at a VIP experience at the Principal Charity Classic. Turn your non-winning Lucky Clover crossword tickets into a shot at winning something big. A VIP weekend at the Principal Charity Classic in Des Moines. We're talking skyboxes, 1922 club access, and even a chance to meet a PGA Tour Champions Pro and so much more. Iowa Lottery VIP club members can grab non-winning Lucky Clover crossword scratch tickets now and enter them before 9 a.m. tomorrow for your chance to win this exclusive VIP golf experience. And do not panic. If you're not a VIP club member, you can sign up for free at ialottery.com. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery, you can change your life for life. Play today.
Woohoo! What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Land Rover in Des Moines. I want to let you know that we've got a great selection right now. We have amazing financing as low as 0.9% financing at 62 months. There's loyalty for up to $4,000. There is conquest up to $4,000 in select models. I will tell you, now is the time. We've got the cars and we've got the programs. So stop on down or give us a call, click, or visit us at LandRoverDesMoines.com. You'll be glad you did.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiskus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Did you know that over time your engine builds up carbon deposits on its valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Chevy is offering 15% off our GDI fuel service to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth. Don't let poor maintenance keep your family on the side of the road this summer. Visit us online at willischevy.com to schedule your appointment today.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hey, your mic's muted, buddy.
Thank you very much. Guys, if you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you will get personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience, and judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at iowauro.com. Ross, right before we went on the air, you said something to me that was very apropos, if that's the right word to use, and that is, was the PGA Championship like the least talked about major golf tournament that we've seen in a while?
I'm genuinely asking because, man, I didn't see. I got a photo sent to me on Saturday. Man, again, kind of in the bleachers on some of this stuff. Okay, I'm not a huge golf fan. I don't watch it religiously, but I'm watching how much interest my friend groups have in this stuff. I got a picture of the leaderboard sent to me, I think, on Saturday. Travis, I knew 2 names on it. I was like, oh, and one of my and the text was, man, this isn't the type of leaderboard that gets you excited about watching golf, is it? Now, I did then later on, Ryan Grove, one of our buddies, tweeted and said, hey, leaderboard doing it for you now. So, but it still was, it didn't.
We had Aaron Ray who won at -9. Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Johnny just said that exact same thing.
You know, remember the PGA always used to be the last major. They've moved it up to give it more importance. I don't know if that's actually happened. You had a good story in Aaron Ray winning at -9. He becomes the first Englishman to win the PGA Tour Championship since 1919. That's 107 years.
Englishman for now, right? Right.
Yeah.
All right.
John Rahm finished second. You have some guy come out a little bit. Maybe the biggest story coming out of the PGA Championship was that Rory McIlroy was being a little bitch. He's on 16, and he pulls off a human shot, meaning he duffs it, goes into the sand trap, has a fan go, USA, because he gets heckled. And
what do you do? I didn't hear this. I didn't know
he has the fan kicked out of the tournament.
No.
Yes. Told him to shut up, told the field marshal, said that guy right there, and the guy was removed. Doesn't he know the more he responds to this, the more it's going to happen?
Bingo. This is the lesson you learn as a little brother. This is the lesson that the youngest kid in the family learns. Audrey's learning it right now. Like, the more you respond to stuff, the worse it gets. Because people are only doing it to get under your skin. Because they're only doing it because they want to poke the bear. They want to see the monkey do the trick. Do the thing. Do the thing where you freak out. Do the thing. And this is also okay. This is an important perspective here because I want to bring this in. This is my whoops. Not this. I'm sorry. This is my buddy Jamie. Jamie is a fantastic golfer. Spent years working, I believe, and Jamie, if I misstate some of this stuff, I apologize. Spent years working as a golf pro at a club down in Florida. I think at one point even had his PGA card and was competing to play. Jamie knows golf. So two different perspectives I'm going to give you. Hack here and Jamie, who says, hey, it's also FAFO for the fan. If a fan's going to yell like that, he's going to get kicked out. Jamie, my perspective on it is this is also where golf continues to get it wrong. More golf courses and more golf should be more like the Waste Management Classic and
Live,
and less like this. It should look more like Happy Gilmore and less like Tin Cup. But Jamie's a guy that takes it seriously, can really play golf, knows how to shape a shot. I'm the dude that's out there. I can hit my 5-wood as far as I hit my 5-iron. And so it's just one of those things. I do think that this is where golf gets it wrong. Where when you heckle a guy.
And is that even heckling by going, USA?
So I can yell in the hole or he's the man. I can do something to fluff their ego. It's not the yelling. It's not the yelling that's the FAO here. It's the what he said, right? Because guys yell all the time. Get in the hole! Nobody says, well, hey, what about the dude who's in his backswing two holes over? Nobody gives a But as soon as you yell something that doesn't inflate the guy's ego, come on. It's going to hurt Rory's feelings. You know how important this is? Do you know how important this is? Look at my forehead. Look how important this is.
Got millions on the line here. Yeah, well, so do football players, so do hockey players, so do baseball players, so do basketball players.
Right. Imagine if when a dude missed a free throw, he was able to go, hey, that guy. Fifth row, that guy. Out. Because he did this thing. And I'm a professional. We all would go, that's ridiculous. But in golf, you don't understand the mental concentration. And again, I know Jamie is rolling his eyes right now going, God, this idiot. Everybody that knows golf, everybody that plays golf seriously is saying these idiots, these clowns don't get it.
But is golf about the players or is it about the fan experience?
Do you want to see the best in the world? I'm playing devil's advocate to my own argument here. Do you want to see the best in the world perform at their peak?
Yes.
Then you have to shut up. That's what Jamie is saying there. I'm putting words in Jamie's mouth. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm just extrapolating from his one little comment of FAFO for the fan. And knowing Jamie's who he is and his experience and kind of then assuming that he speaks for all golfers too, which is wrong. But for the most part, I think, Travis, guys that are involved in the sport, that love the PGA, that love golf, that really understand, there aren't hacks like me and you.
But let me counter what you're saying is.
All right, yeah.
In almost every other sport, we've watched the best in the world perform at their best while probably getting heckled like there's no tomorrow.
I agree. I'm just using the arguments that I think that that guys like my friend Jamie would use. My buddy John Olson, who I bring up often, he's one of my best friends right now. John is an amazing guy. And
one of your best friends right now? Do you change like best friends like that?
Well, I just mean he's one of the closest guys in my life right now. Is what I should say, I guess. We have a lot in common too. And John is also one of the best amateur golfers in the state of Iowa. When you golf with John, it's not the music can be playing, you can be chatting in the background. There's not a lot that he kind of gives. He's able to do that thing where he blocks it out. So, and I don't want to speak for John either and say, so John would be okay with being heckled and all that stuff. It's different for everybody. I think this is where golf gets it wrong. When Rory is able to, again, I didn't hear it. He doesn't do it in Rory's backswing, right?
No, it's after the shot. And it goes back to the Ryder Cup when Rory takes a beating every time the Ryder Cup's played in the United States. He just is relentlessly heckled. And the Ryder Cup it's all about USA.
Did you see this, by the way? I saw somebody just mentioned this. Did you see the Pete Crow Armstrong thing this weekend?
I did not. Now they lost 2 or 3 to the White Sox. They're still in first place. They're a game and a half up in the National League Central.
Yeah.
But he went off on a heckler?
Well, Tyler, if you've got a minute, call in. Maybe you can explain it a little better than I can, because I just saw some posts about
Internet
it.
memes and stuff like that.
Yeah. So there's a fly ball. He kind of goes for it. He slides against the fence. He doesn't make the play. It's part of the fence where it's the chain link there at New Comiskey, and the people are down in like the little well part of it, right? So when that happens, there's a couple different fans, and there's a lady, and she's kind of chirping at him, and he starts chirping back. Well, apparently there's also video from inside the, you know what I mean? People were videoing, because like you do, here comes a fly ball our
Whip
direction.
out the phone.
Yeah. And it's chirping. It's foul language, Travis, if you can imagine such a thing. But he doesn't make the play the way that they expect him to do it. And then she barks at him, he barks back, and that's how pro sports go.
But she wasn't removed from the stadium, right?
Right. Not that I know of. I shouldn't say that, but not that I know of. But imagine if Pete Crow Armstrong could have said, hey, timeout. Can we have this fan? Can we have this one removed? Because I don't like the fact that they yelled.
We've seen that more in the NBA. But you don't see it.
Yeah, that's true. We have seen that in the NBA, though, haven't we? There's been a few times where an NBA player has singled out a fan or the owner.
Usually it's something racist that was said.
Yeah.
Extremely inappropriate.
And again, there are things that could be said that are extremely inappropriate. That you could but it should be the type of thing that makes people in the crowd turn and go, what?
What'd you just say?
God, that's too far. That's the type of thing to go, hey, who said that? When other people are willing to go, this person. So I don't know how they signaled this guy out and all. I don't know enough about it, I guess.
But saying USA is not getting tossed out worthy. Especially if you didn't do it in the backswing.
I don't think so, but are they just trying to set a standard?
Yeah.
Or hold a standard is probably the better way to put it with this one.
My question is, could any golfer do that? Or is it just a select few like Rory who has that kind of power?
Could and would are two different
that's a good way to look at it.
There, isn't it?
That is a fair way to look at it.
But in this situation, could. One of the first things that you asked about was the timing of it. That they moved this because it was in the fall. It used to be the last one. And it was going up again. Nobody, by that point we were all in football mode. And
we've already had the Masters, the the Open, and then the U.S. Open. And it just seemed like, who cares about the PGA Championship? Nobody really considers that a major. So they thought they'd move it up in the schedule.
And but it doesn't have the same feel. Like the draw up to it. And I'd love to, Coach Hurst, I'm sure is listening, but he's actually better be back at work. Who was the group? He sent us a text and told us the group that he was following that day. Do you remember seeing that? I'm sorry.
I do.
I'm going back here to see if I can track that one down.
He's with, I'm with Johnny Vegas and Alex Norman, literally the first tee time. ESPN Plus, probably not a lot to look at other than us. So he probably walked the course, and there wasn't even a.
So he was on TV.
Yeah, but nobody was watching that first group. That's what he's saying.
In that situation, do you record it on your Hulu and go back and watch?
Probably do that.
Yeah.
Go look for Coach.
I am interested in an update. I'll text him and have him give us an update on how it went, because he had the new duties where he was doing the official scorekeeping. He was doing the pitch counter.
He got a promotion. He got to walk the course.
And then did you see his thing about how he showed up 24 hours early? Because he sent us.
It was the day he was on with us.
Thursday morning, he's on with us. And he's like, hey, I'm really excited about today. I'm going to be keeping score. About 2 hours after the show, he sends us a message that says, hey, I showed up 24 hours early. I'm not doing anything till tomorrow. Anyway, hope he had fun. Hope he enjoyed it. It did not feel like a major tournament, and I don't think that the timing of it has anything to do with it. Man, maybe
I think the leaderboard. I think the leaderboard has everything to do with it. You need stars at the time. That's the game. It can always happen in golf. I mean, Aaron Ray won his second tournament ever. He was ranked 44th on the standings. Nobody really knew who the guy was unless you're a golf purist. So you're like, who is this guy? Nothing against him. He won a major. Congratulations. You're going to get some exemptions from here on out on all the others. But you're not a star. You're not Rory. You're not Tiger. You're not John Rahm. You're not Jordan Spieth. If it would have been like a Rahm, McIlroy, Spieth, all at the top vying, people probably would have been tuning in.
Think so? Okay.
It's kind of like the Preakness, right? You don't have the Kentucky Derby winner running the Preakness. They ran the Preakness over the weekend.
Had no idea. I can't
even tell you the horse that won. I went Sunday. It wasn't even like on the main page of ESPN.com. It was like, who won the Preakness? You had to search for it.
Travis, I think so. I you've added some really good things in there, man. The timing of it, the leaderboard. I always shit on the tradition thing, we all about like the Masters. Oh, so what that it's always the same course? Well, it's way more special. The Masters is the one that we have the absolute most build up for. We're talking about it for the week of the lead up. You're usually watching it on Saturday and Sunday. The British Open from time to time has that.
Especially when it's at St. Andrews.
The U.S. Open can have some appeal, you know what I mean, when there's the right stories with it. Dude, I don't know what you do to get people excited about it. That course, anyway, so I'll have to go back and watch the Rory stuff too, because that's the entertainment I get out of it.
Little pettiness. Of course, you'll be following the Iowa baseball team this week. They finished a sweep of the Purdue Boilermakers. They played at Principal Park Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Up next is the Big Ten tournament. They'll be the number 8 seed in the Big Ten tournament in Omaha. Tournament starts tomorrow. So they changed the tournament up for like the third year in a row, Ross. Seeds 5 through 12 will play a double elimination. So Iowa opens up against Illinois tomorrow, and that's a double elimination tournament. If they get to the quarterfinals, which the top 4 seeds all got buys to the quarters, that then turns into a single elimination tournament. So depending on if they win both of their games and get in, they may not have to play UCLA right away. If they lose and then win, they'd have to play UCLA, which is the number 1 team in the country, probably the best baseball team out there. But the Big Ten baseball tournament starts tomorrow, and Iowa plays Illinois. They had about 3,700 at Principal Park on Saturday. That's not a bad crowd.
Yep.
Good
I
crowd
had I had friends that were down there. I didn't get a chance to get down, unfortunately, but is that a good crowd?
I think 3,700 for Purdue is a pretty darn good crowd.
That's why, but it was funny, and I hope he doesn't mind me outing him here. We only have a couple minutes to have this big conversation now. But Corey from Bats and Bugs, who's a big Nebraska fan, he wrote to me and was kind of like questioning, like, what's the deal? The Hawkeyes are in town. Why isn't there more buzz about this? Why isn't it 10,000 people? There's hundreds of thousands of Hawkeye fans that live in the metro area.
That's a good question. I don't know. And I'm not going to get on a Nebraska soapbox here, but I will tell you that Nebraska fans, regardless of the sport, travel. I mean, they just do. They'll show up for softball. They'll show up for baseball. They definitely show up for volleyball, show up for football, basketball. They just show up. And I don't know why Iowa and Iowa State fans don't follow that when it comes to other sports outside of wrestling. And because you would think college baseball would be one of those where you show up. But college baseball has never been big in the state of Iowa, ever.
I saw Hanrahan post a tweet about it being the anniversary of the
25-year anniversary.
Man, that crazy. Crazy. 2001?
I think so, yeah.
Might be 25 years ago.
I mean, when Northern Iowa drops its baseball team, Drake at one point had a baseball team.
Drake had wrestling.
Yeah. Lonnie Timmerman, I believe, was the head coach of the Drake wrestling team.
Look at you dropping the Lonnie Timmerman. This guy's got a incredible memory, folks. The brain on this fella. Look at the big brain on Brad.
My wife said that the other day. She goes, you forget stuff that you should know, and you remember some of the most ridiculous things that nobody should ever remember.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is.
It's really weird. Things like, when there's a hailstorm, don't send your wife.
No, you do send your wife, if you can't get into the garage, to the parking garage. Protect the car.
Oh, it's her fault that you couldn't get in the garage? Because you started that story by saying, I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I can't get my car into the garage.
Because we have casework in there. Hey, folks, if you're looking for a mortgage, Gary Presnall is the man to call. He is a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing homes the past 25 years. He offers a wide variety of loans, and he can get you pre-approved for that loan in 30 minutes or less, and it can happen after hours during the week or even on the weekends. Gary's been a trusted local mortgage professional with years of experience, can handle the largest purchase you're going to make. Let him help you. Give him a call at 515-975-6767. Fun show today. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Enjoy your Monday, everybody. It's the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end unless you're just loitering. It's Central City. We can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City. All this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
This is Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus. Over time, carbon and deposits build up in your fuel system, clogging injectors and reducing performance. A fuel system service cleans out all that buildup. That's why we're offering our summer travel special with 15% discount on all fuel system services. If you want your vehicle to drive like it did when it was new and prevent problems before they start, a fuel system service is a preventative step. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.